What's up, everybody? Chris closes your deal here with Real Estate Investing Made Easy and Lazarus Property Group, and we are about to go live on some seller calls. Sorry, I was just watching my wife send a text message in. Yeah, so we're about to jump on some seller calls, got some scheduled calls here and some follow-ups. If you guys were anticipating a live earlier today, apologize about the delay, but it's tax time. So for any of you business owners who do what all business owners do, which is kick the can down the road to the end of the extension period, that's what we're dealing with and trying to get those numbers adjusted so we only have to pay Uncle Sam what we are morally, ethically, legally responsible for paying and not a single penny more whatsoever. So, had to clear up some things. So let's just jump right in. I have a call scheduled right now, so I'm going to jump on that and let me just make sure I'm sharing my audio here. Mm-mm-mm.
Hi, this is Don. Please leave a message and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Thank you.
Okay, sounds like Mr. Garrison. Okay, well, hello there, kids. Please leave a message after the tone, okay?
Hi, this is Don. Please leave a message and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Thank you.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this
Of
time.
course.
Goodbye.
One more time for good measure. Good old Don.
Hi, this is Don. Please leave a message and I'll get back to you as quickly as
All right. Inspection confirmed. Inspection. Do we have an offer? What? That's weird. Okay, let's check this property. Okay, let's try this other seller. So this one is, where's the address? Here we go. Let's look at the pictures. Oh, this is that condo. Okay. Yeah, yeah. This one's good.
I'm not available right now. Leave a message.
Okay, let's give that one more shot. If you guys are just jumping on, we're diving into some seller calls here.
I'm not available right now. Leave a message.
Hi, Damon. This is Chris. I am actually one of Sharon's partners. You had spoken with him about a property that you own on Notches Trace there in Sandy Springs, and he had sent over the details to me to take a look at to see if this would qualify for one of our other programs that we have available in certain situations. So, I wanted to chat with you briefly. Just had some quick questions for you. Give me a call back when you get a moment. My telephone number is 619 525 7132. Again, it's 619 525 7132. Again, this is Chris, one of Sharon's partners here, and wanted to chat with you about your property there. So give me a shout. Again, 619 525 7132. Talk to you soon. Bye bye. Okay.
Hello,
Hey, Mary, this is Chris. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. It's a beautiful Monday, and I'm still alive. I'm above the ground, so that's all that matters, right? Yeah, I was actually calling you about your property. Looks like you were messaging with one of my colleagues, Brad, via text about a property you own on Walden Road.
Right.
Yeah, did I catch you at a bad time?
Well, I was just getting cooking something for supper, but you can go ahead and talk. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. Yeah, no, I'm sure you get a lot of these calls, so I want to, make sure I'm being respectful of your time and everything.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, he had mentioned here in the notes that as far as like why you were selling, is just mentioned, I guess it's just that time to move on to something else.
We are elderly,
Oh, got it.
and it's time to let a lot of things go and just simplify.
Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not quite there myself yet, but I understand my mom's doing that same thing, and she's going to be moving out to California to live with us and be with her grandbaby. So I totally
Good deal.
understand. Yeah, exactly. So, all right. So you just want to simplify things and take some things off your plate. Are you guys going to be staying in the general Jacksonville area, or are you guys, going somewhere else with family, or what's kind of the plan?
Yeah, this home is rented. We're not living in it.
Oh, okay, got it. So you're just tired of managing, being a landlord, basically.
Yeah, right.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I could definitely appreciate that position as well. So, okay, all right. Well, and by the way, I do have to let you know that all calls are monitored and recorded for quality and training purposes. Well, the point of this call really is just to see if this property does qualify in getting an offer as is. We're generally looking to purchase properties for one of two reasons. Either we're going to renovate it to the top of the market value and put it back on the market, or we're going to keep it in our portfolio and hold it as some sort of a rental. And so I'm the last stop before the underwriters determine, what their plan would be. So by the end of this phone call, I'll either be able to give you an approval from them with an offer, or they'll deny it and they'll tell us why. Okay.
Okay. Would you mind talking to my husband while I do this? He's not
Sure.
doing anything right now, and he could probably answer any questions that you could have. Hold on just a second.
Yeah, no worries.
This guy's name is Chris, and it's about Walden Court.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going?
We're doing fine, and you?
I'm doing great. Sorry, I didn't get your name.
Quitman Carter.
How do you spell your first name?
Do what?
What? Sorry, I didn't get your first name again.
Quitman, just like on the house around there.
Quitman Carter?
Yep.
Got
Yes.
it. Okay. All right. Awesome. Well, nice to meet you. I'm Chris.
All right, nice to meet you.
Well, yeah, I was just telling Mary that I guess she was speaking with one of my colleagues via text about the prospect of possibly selling that rental property you guys own on Walden. And the point of this call is just to see if it qualifies for getting an offer as is. We're generally looking for properties for one of two reasons. Either we're going to renovate it to the top of the market standards and put it back on the market and sell it, or we're going to keep it in our portfolio as some sort of a rental. Could be a long-term, midterm, something like that. So by the end of this call, I'll either be able to get you guys an approval from the underwriters with an offer, or they'll deny it and they'll tell us exactly why. And so some of the benefits of working with us is that we do buy the home as is in its current condition. We'll cover all the closing costs, and there's no realtor commissions whatsoever.
Okay, that's what I want.
All right, awesome. Do you mind grabbing a pen and a piece of paper real quick? I'm going to have you jot down my contact info, and if we do get it approved today, there will be some other info you'll want to take down as well.
I don't have anything here.
Okay. All right, no worries. Well, yeah, again, my name is Chris. We're with Lazarus Property Group, like Lazarus from the Bible.
Right.
And, yeah, I can get you my phone number if you needed to get back to me. But I guess catch me up to speed. Mary said that it was a rental and you guys are just looking to simplify and, just get out of being landlords at this point, it sounds like.
No, the main reason we want to sell it is we just need to sell it. we're not in that big a hurry to get out of a rental property or anything, but we don't really care to be involved in rental property, but it's no big deal to people that's we got it rented to. He's been renting it for over 12 years, so they take real super good care of it.
Got it. Okay. Are they in like a longer term lease, or are they month to month at this point?
They're ready to move out right now. They should be out by the middle of the month.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Should be able to close by the last day of the month.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Got it. So so it seems like you guys don't necessarily want to, take the gamble of having to go through finding new tenants and, crossing your fingers and hoping that they're as good as these guys were. Am I wrong about that?
They're only moving because we asked them to. They would still be there right now, or right on if we wanted them to stay there. But we need to sell the property.
Oh, okay, got it. All right. So sounds like there's something that's making you want to sell the property more, I guess.
That really is immaterial. I just want to get rid of it. If y'all want to buy it, I'd be glad to sell it to you.
I got you. Okay. Yeah, no worries. Just curious. And, the reason I ask is because there's a lot of different reasons people want to sell, and some of those reasons aren't necessarily financial related. And so sometimes there might be other things that we can include in our offer to help whatever that situation is. Like, for example, we had a family who wanted to sell a property not too long ago, and they needed to move to a different state to take care of a family member. And so for them, it was really beneficial to be able to get like a storage facility and, moving expenses helped out with, so that they could get all their stuff moved over to that other state and make the transition easier. So that's always why I ask, is because sometimes there's other things that we can help with to make it make more sense in the offer.
I don't need all that. I got 4 acres on Chafee Road that's got all the storage space I need if I needed storage.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, that's just one example. But all right, is it just you and your wife, Mary, that owns the property, or is there anybody else on title that would need to be involved?
Nobody but my wife and I.
Okay. Got it.
It's paid for, and we've had it paid. We paid cash for it when we bought it 30 years ago.
Oh, nice. Okay. Wow, I'm sure the area has changed quite a bit over 30 years, huh?
Quite a bit, except right in that same area that it all looks about the same.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, I guess in a perfect world, what were you guys hoping to walk away with?
What do you want to offer?
Oh, I have no idea. I'm not the guy. I'm not the numbers guy. I'm just the guy that gets the pleasure of speaking with you. So my underwriters will take a look at all the details that we gather, and then they'll put together an offer if it qualifies to get an offer.
Your people called us wanting to offer us money for the place, and that's what we're interested in. What do you want to offer?
Got it. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, it'll probably save us a lot of time. I mean, if you told me you wanted $1 billion for it, I could save us a lot of time and cut this conversation short.
Glad to take $1 million.
You take $1 million?
Yeah, that's what you said, ain't it?
Okay, got it. Well, yeah, then we're probably not going to be a good fit. And I can tell you, it's probably they're not going to approve it at that type of number. I mean, is there a ballpark range that you have an expectation of value?
I have been offered over 2 for it by 5 different people that I've got offers, standing offers right now.
Oh, okay. Why
So
didn't
we'll
you
go from there.
Why didn't you go with any of those?
I'm getting a couple more offers, and then I'll make calls and see what we got.
Okay, got it. All right.
I've sold houses before. This ain't my first rodeo to speak.
I got you. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, let's see what we can come up with, and if it gets approved, we'll see, what type of offer we can get you, and maybe it makes sense for both of us. I guess let me ask you this: in the last 12 years that they've lived in the house, what kind of updates have you guys done to it?
Put in a new air conditioner, put a new roof on it, and put a new septic drain field and all in it.
Okay. Got it. So new roof, new AC, new septic, all within the last 12 years.
All within the last about 6 or 7 years.
6 to 7 years. Okay. Got it.
Only about 3 years old.
Say that last part again.
Air conditioner's about 3 years old. The drain field is just been a year old.
Got it. Okay. So then the roof is like
The
6 or 7
roof's
years.
about 7 years old.
Got it. Okay. All right. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. All right. Now, when you, I know the home was built back, looks like 1981. When you walk inside the house, does it still look like the 80s?
As far as I know, it looks like it did when I bought it.
Got it. Okay. So what are the
But
floors
there's
like?
nothing wrong with it.
Wait, what kind of floors do you have in there?
I have no idea. I hadn't been in the house in probably 2 or 3 years. I don't know what all. If they want new carpet, they put new carpet. If they want tile, they put tile.
Got it. Okay. All right.
That was the deal when they rented it. They rented it, and if it needed anything done while they was living in it, they had to do it.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Is the kitchen original to the build?
That's what was in it when it was built in '81, as far as I know.
Okay, so the cabinets, counters, everything that was there in 1981 is what it is now.
Yeah, it don't have fancy cabinets with marble countertops and all that stuff. I know that.
Okay. Got it. And what about the bathrooms? Are those original to the build?
They're tile as far as I can remember. They're tile bathrooms, and they pretty much what they was when I bought it, as far as I know.
Got it. Okay. All right. Is there a basement or a crawl space?
No, it's a concrete slab.
Slab. Okay. All right. Any cracks or issues with the slab that you're aware of?
Any what now?
Any cracks or issues with the slab that you're aware of?
Not that I know of.
Not that you know of. Okay. Got it. All right. If you guys were going to keep it, and let's say you had $20,000, $30,000 that you had to put into this house, what would you guys be doing to it?
Say that again now.
If you guys were going to keep the property, and let's say you had, I don't know, 30 grand that you won in a sweepstakes, and you had to put it into this house, what kind of things would you be doing to improve it?
Nothing. I'd find something else to do with the $30,000, then put it in the house that I want to sell.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I guess I was saying like if you had to put it into this house, but that's okay. I mean, it sounds like if we're gonna buy it, in order to get it to tip-top condition, we're gonna need to renovate the kitchen, update that to 2024 standards, update the bathrooms to 2024 standards, probably do some floors, probably paint the whole house, maybe some landscaping. Does that sound about right?
It's a brick house.
It's a brick house, and I don't know that you'd have to do any painting.
Well, I mean,
Maybe
the inside. Okay.
Or you could paint it all you wanted to.
Yeah. Got it. Okay. What about the windows? Are those original?
I suppose so.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
Let me make this conversation a little bit shorter.
Say that again.
House, I said, let me make this conversation a little bit shorter. The house is paid for. I want to sell it. Y'all called us and wanted to offer us money for it. And that's what I'm interested in. Y'all call me back an offer and we'll go from there.
I got you. Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, we obviously need information about the property to be able to come up with an offer, right? I mean,
Whenever somebody calls me and says they want to buy something as is, there ain't no questions to be asked. They want to buy it. They want to buy it as is.
oh, really? Okay. Is that how you bought your current house?
No, I built mine.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, I mean, I would be asking questions if I were you of anybody that called me and just gave me a number and didn't have any questions about the condition or the property itself. Because as you know, right, like it takes a lot of money to maintain and update a house. So if anybody's calling you and they're just making an offer blind, that's a serious red flag. Wouldn't you agree?
That possibility.
Yeah, I would say so. So that's why we always ask questions to understand what it is that we're buying. You know, it's not like we're just buying some knickknacks off of a street corner vendor, you know, off of a table for $3 to $5. You know, you're wanting something over $200,000. You know, it's probably wise for anybody to be doing their due diligence. And like I said, if you know, if you're considering taking any of those offers that are over $200,000, if they haven't asked you a lot of questions about that house, I'd be very concerned about whether they're serious about moving forward at that offer.
If they want to give me a cashier's check or cash money up front for it.
Well, nobody on planet Earth is going to do that. That's just not how real estate is transacted, right? It goes through a title company and an escrow company, right? They deposit the funds with a third party company. They verify that title is clear, right? You know, it's not just a back room, you know, handshake type of transaction, you know? But you know, I mean, I can take a look and see, I mean, you know, other properties in the neighborhood, you know, and what they're selling for. I mean, that's really how we're going to determine what the value is and what we're willing to spend for it based on, you know, what we could possibly sell it for after it's fully renovated and updated. But everything that you've been giving me, all the questions that I've been asking you, that's all been going back into our system. The underwriters, they're pulling a report on the property right now where they're able to see everything that there is to know about the property, you know, and the comps in the area. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put you on a brief hold real quick. I'm going to run back there and see what they've come up with, and I'll be right back. Okay.
All right.
All right. Now, there's no fancy hold music or anything, so it'll just be silent when I put you on hold, but I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right. All right, let's see here. What's up, Raining Woman? Got a fun one here. I don't think we're going to be anywhere close to what this guy's looking for.
You ever get a text back from Trenton? Did you ever get a text back from Trenton?
Let's see, Zillow's estimate says 200. Let's see, in the last 12 months. Okay, let's go 6 months.
Check can I get it for you?
I can get your cheese out of there.
Yeah,
Get some more.
250 is what it looks like, the ARV.
Some more of this.
Mm.
And we're really grateful for these great teams for showing up for these communities. Keep in mind that even with the support for neighboring communities, we do have enough teams here at home to protect the public. So don't worry about that. They're just they're wonderful to go down and do that for our neighbors. As far as final trucks are concerned, today and tomorrow are the days to complete your home preparations before rain bands start coming in on Wednesday afternoon. Please secure your home, if you have any limbs or debris, clear your drains and gutters, and secure loose outdoor items that could become projectiles. Be mindful of trees that could become uprooted from heavy winds and are already saturated ground. And, you know, we
So it's a 3,220 square feet. Limit this down to 1,500. Man, that TV is loud.
And that you have an emergency plan for your family. All your final preps should be in place before Wednesday evening. Again, I'm going to ask you to make sure that you call 630-2489. If you have any issues that you need to report, we have extended hours on Tuesday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and then 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. on Wednesday morning. Stay open until all the URAC teams are deactivated or until otherwise announced. And again, for more information on this storm, and for all of the things I'll get.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut this call short. We're not even gonna be in the same solar system.
I'll give you all the information that you need. I'll just back to answer any questions that you have in a few minutes. Right now, I'll just.
Put it in there.
Probably gonna write all this in there.
All right, sorry about that. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So, yeah, just looking at the details, I mean, you know, I highly doubt any of those offers in the 200s are real offers. But if you want to take your chance at it, you know, that's going to be your best bet. We're not going to be anywhere close to that number based on what you're telling me about the condition. But here's a couple things I would encourage you to look out for with some of these people offering you in the 200s. Okay. I would, if they send you a contract over, it's probably going to say that this contract is assignable, or it's going to say the name of their company and or assigns. That just means that they're just going to try to wholesale it. They're going to lock you up into a contract. They're going to try to sell it to somebody else. They're going to beat you down while you're in contract and in escrow, and they're going to try to negotiate you down further at that point. And if you've already got your tenants out, it's really just, you know, a waste of your time. The other thing I would look for is if they're not putting a sizable earnest money deposit down, then that's a surefire sign that they're just trying to wholesale your property. But the reality is the comps in the neighborhood that are fully renovated are selling for about $240,000. So when you factor in commissions, closing costs, the money it's going to take to renovate it to get it to that value, I mean, we'd probably be a lot closer to $100,000. And any real buyer is going to be closer to $100,000.
No, I wouldn't say that. I've had some that's been well over 100,000.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, again, we're just going to be a lot closer to that 100,000 than over 200,000. I mean, we're pretty far apart, I mean, because the way we have to look at it is if we could sell it after it's fully renovated for, let's say we could sell it for 245 after it's fully renovated, we have to take off the cost that it takes to sell it, right? Which is usually about 10% for commissions, closing costs, and everything else. So now we're at 220 for a property of your square footage to do a full kitchen, bathrooms, flooring, painting the inside, fixtures, up, just cleaning up the landscaping. We're probably going to spend about, $40,000 to do all that. So now we're at like 180 and we haven't even made a dime yet. We're going to have holding costs, which are going to take, probably about $10,000 to $15,000. So now we're at 165. And again, we haven't even made a dime yet. And then we obviously have to make a little bit of a profit, and usually for every dollar you put into renovating a property, you usually want to make about $1. So, I mean, we're going to be in the low $100,000 range. So I just don't think we're even close to where you guys are wanting to be.
All right, well, I can put a sign on it and sell it myself for over 200 if that's what y'all can do.
Good luck.
All right,
Wish you the best.
have a good day.
You too. God bless. See ya.
All right, you too.
All right. On to the next one. Alexa, play 90s hip hop. Oh, I hate it's always older people that have the TV in the background that's that loud. It's never some young guy with the TV in the background like that. Actually, now that I think about it, because my in-laws are like that, their TV will be super loud, and then it's like, "Mom, why is the TV so loud?" And then it turns out they have their hearing aids in, and their hearing aids are like they have them set super low, so they turn up the volume on the TV, so it's blasting everybody else out, and they've got their hearing aids turned down, and so it's like actually dumbing down or lowering the volume for them artificially. It's pretty wild. Yeah, there you go, random woman. They may have hearing problems. I I have a sneaky suspicion that those hearing problems may be a result of the TV being cranked too high. Turn this fan on. By the way, I had a freaking call with our accountant earlier, and we're looking at a potential $300,000 difference in debts that we have for properties, which is just going to have just a little bit of an impact on our tax burden. Mm -mm, mm -mm. Hmm. That this one? Yeah, it was this one. Okay. Christian, if you're watching, that's the one I just talked to is the one that called in and left the message on the dispo line. Okay. Let's see, who's this one? Jacksonville, here we go. Mm. She wants 450 for this one. Let's see. Nice looking place. That looks like a rendering though. My guess is she won't. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a retail number. So let's see. Is it a cold call lead? Yes, it is. All right, let's close these out. Okay, let's call Rosie.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you hang up.
Hi, Rosalind. This is Chris. I was reaching back out to you. Looks like you had spoken to one of our referral partners and possibly called in about a property you own on Blooming Grove in Jacksonville. Give me a call back when you get a chance. We'd love to chat with you about that. We're looking to pick up a few more properties in the Jacksonville area. My telephone number is 619-525-7132. Again, 619-525-7132. Hope you're having a great day, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, let's see here. Hello? Danny? Here it is. Council Bluff.
Please leave your message for
Danny Combs.
Hey, Danny, this is Chris. I was reaching out to you because you spoke with one of my colleagues, Vanessa, about your property there in Council Bluffs on Glen Ave that you were considering selling. And looks like you had called in and left a message as well. So I wanted to chat with you. Give me a call back when you get a chance. My telephone number is 619-525-7132. Again, 619-525-7132. Hope you're having a great day, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye. Yeah, my Apple Watch gives me a notification. Like if I'm listening to anything too loud, it'll give me a notification. It's like you've been listening to things at excessive decibels for too long. We suggest turning the volume down. Let's see here.
Hi, Mary. This is Rhonda. You had reached out to me regarding purchasing my property in Valley Center. Give me a call, 760-580-5592. Let's see what kind of a number you had for me. All right. Bye-bye.
What did she say her name was? Rhonda.
Hi, Mary. This is Rhonda. You had reached out to me regarding
Hmm.
Hi, Mary. This is Rhonda. You had reached out to me regarding purchasing my property in Valley Center. Give me a call, 760-580-5592. Let's see what kind of a number you had for me. Hello.
Hi, Rhonda. This is Chris. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Chris, from where?
Yeah, you had called in and left a message for one of my colleagues. I think it was Mary, about a property that you own in Valley Center.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was having trouble pulling your file up in the system, so I don't know if you called from a different number that than the one she reached out to you on.
No, same phone. I was just responding to her email.
Her email?
Yeah, she emailed me. No, I'm sorry. She texted me, not emailed. She texted me and wanted to see if I was still interested in selling my property.
Got it. Let me see here. Is it on Charlin Road?
Yes.
Here we go. I don't know why it wasn't coming up before. Okay. Perfect. Well, awesome. Glad I could connect with you. Did I catch you at a bad time?
No, not at all.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, it looks like I guess you were yeah, you guys were texting at some point. Maybe even texted you way back. Looks like back in 2022 is when we initially started reaching out to you, I think.
Yeah.
So, awesome. Cool. Well, I guess what's got you considering selling the house?
We want to move.
Oh, okay. Where are you guys thinking of moving to?
We're going to Utah.
Oh, nice. What part of Utah?
Zion.
Great. Utah's beautiful. So,
Yeah, we already have property there, but we can't live on it.
oh, really?
That's too much snow.
Yeah.
It is literally right next to Zion National Park, and they get a shitload of snow.
Oh, yeah, they do. Man.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, Zion's beautiful. It's my wife and I went up there. When did we go? I think we went right in kind of the middle of the pandemic because they were not letting you go to the top of Angel's Landing because of the chain, and they're like, oh, you're gonna touch the chain and spread COVID.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, that is probably a mile from where our property is.
oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. All right. So you guys gonna be just buying some different property out there then?
Well, we are looking at some residents now. What we have now out there is just a cabin.
Mhm.
We can live in it for 6 months out of the year, but during the winter, we can't get out, so therefore we can't live there.
Mm.
We're down in a canyon, so we're looking for a more permanent resident closer to our property. Obviously, it takes us 11 hours to get there,
Got it. Okay.
and we have found a few that are within within 100-mile radius. So that's nice.
Nice. Okay. And by the way, I do have to let you know all calls are monitored and recorded for quality and training purposes.
Oh, sorry, I cussed.
Oh, I don't care. I was born and raised in Philly, so you know that's
Oh, okay, that's mild. That's pretty
yeah.
mild for you then.
Yeah, exactly. I think the F word's probably one of the first 3 words out of your mouth when you come out of the womb.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, you know, the point of this call today is really just to see if your property qualifies and getting an offer as is. We're generally looking for properties for usually one of 2 reasons. Either we're going to renovate it and put it back on the market, up to 2024 standards, or we're going to keep it and hold it as some sort of a rental. Could be a long-term rental, could be a mid-term rental, short-term rental, any of the above. So by the end of this phone call, I'll either be able to get you an approval from the underwriters with an offer, or they're going to deny it and they'll tell us exactly why. Okay.
That's fine. I can tell you that it's an old house.
Okay.
I think the records show 1965, but I have firsthand knowledge that it was 1956. When I remodeled the kitchen, they were using newspaper for insulation.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And the newspaper was 1956. So that's how I know that.
Got it. Okay. So unless
And I've been
somebody's
here for 30
stashing 10-year-old
Yeah.
newspapers around, it's probably a
Right.
little
And
older.
I'll be upfront with you. There is no forced air and there is no forced heating.
Okay.
It's got a wood burning stove, and we have a window AC that is perfectly suffice.
Stove, window, AC. Okay, perfect, perfect. Well, and I'll dive more into some of the additional condition questions that we have as well. But
Okay.
just so you're aware, some of the benefits to working with our company is if we do get an offer approved, we'd buy the property as is. You don't even have to sweep up after yourself. We cover all the closing costs, and there's absolutely no realtor commissions that would come out of the sale. So the number, if we get one for you, the number would be a net number to you, of course, minus any outstanding debt or taxes or things like that you might owe. Okay.
Right.
Do you mind grabbing a pen and a piece of paper? I'm going to have you jot down my contact info, and then if we do get this approved, there will be some other info you'll want to jot down as well.
Sure. I got to figure out where my truck is, because that's where my tablet is. Okay. Yeah. Are you familiar with Valley Center?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, we're based here in San Diego.
Okay. So this property is right smack dab in the beginning of Valley Center.
Okay.
And they have put a Tractor Supply directly across the street from us.
Oh.
They
okay.
have put an AutoZone across the street from us. They, on the other side of the street, they are preparing to build a major market and another gas station, which we don't need. They already have 5. But we're pretty much right in the heart of the busy part of Valley Center.
Got it. Okay.
But we're tucked back far away enough. Our driveway is pretty long. It's very long, and people mistake it as for an easement, but it's not. I own it.
Okay.
And we're completely fenced.
Nice. So
And
whole property's fenced in?
The whole property is fenced in.
Okay.
And we are one of 2 houses on this dead-end street that actually has a garage.
Okay. You said you own the road that or the driveway that comes up to you?
Yes, that is part of my property.
Okay. How long is that to get from the road to the house?
I have to really guess, maybe a little longer than, I think I measured it from my front door to my mailbox is right about 400 feet.
Oh, okay. Got it. Perfect. All right.
Okay, I have paper and pen in hand.
Perfect. Okay, cool. So my name is Chris. Last name Deal, like let's make a deal.
Oh, I thought you said veal, like veal parmesan. Okay, Chris Deal.
Yep. And the name of our company is Lazarus Property Group, like Lazarus from the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
And then our office line is the one I called you on, should show up, 619-525-7132.
Yes.
And then our website, if you ever want to check us out, is www.lazprop, LAZPROP.com. And for whatever reason, if you don't put the www in, you get some sort of an error. So just put that in.
Okay.
All right. So so wanting to move to Utah, what is it that's making you want to get out of California and go to Utah?
I'm tired of California.
Let me guess, the politics.
Politics, taxes.
Yeah.
It's overcrowded here. I've been in Valley Center since 1974.
Oh, wow.
So that's before stop signs and stoplights here.
Oh, wow. Sure, it's
With
changed
nothing.
quite a bit, huh?
Oh my, yes. Oh yes.
Oh man. Yeah, I only moved out to California about 13 years ago and wish I would have moved out here a lot longer ago, but yeah,
It was nicer.
yeah,
40 years ago, it was so much nicer.
That's what everybody tells me, you know, and you could get
The
into a
people were nicer,
property
you know?
way cheaper too.
Oh yeah, gosh. My grandfather bought this property that I live on in '88 for $105,000.
Oh my
And he passed
God.
away and I inherited it.
Oh wow.
And it's an acre and a quarter, so I mean it's a nice sought after piece of property. We have a well. We have solar.
Nice. Is the solar paid off or is there financing still attached to
No,
it?
unfortunately not yet. I was in a 20-year lease and I purchased it in August of 2011.
Okay, from August 2011. Okay. All right. Do you know what the monthly payments are on that?
I can tell you to the penny, $253.
$253. Okay, perfect. All right. Do you still have an SDG&E, or well, not SDG&E, but do you still have
Yes,
an electric bill?
I do have an electric bill. I true up once a year. My true up bill this year is just under $300.
Okay. You
I think
owe
it's
you owe
$297.
about 300 a year at the end of the day?
Yeah, you
Okay.
pay up. You true up once a year, and my true up date is today, actually.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Or
Okay.
no, I'm sorry, the 11th. So I will be sending them a check. But yeah,
Okay, got it. All right, perfect.
and we're
Perfect.
all electric, so that explains why it's high. To me, it's high, but we also have 2 refrigerator freezers and 2 full-size chest freezers.
Oh, okay.
That my husband hunts, and we raise our own meat.
Nice. Very nice. All right. Well, how long is it that you guys have been considering selling the property?
We've probably been real serious probably about the last couple of years.
Got it. Okay.
We paid the house off, so it's time to go.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. And so, are you guys needing to take the proceeds from this to be able to buy, or like,
Yes.
you know, if you have, okay, got it.
Yes.
All right. And, all right, perfect. And it sounds like it's just you and your husband that own the property?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Actually, it's
Alright.
just mine.
Oh, it's just yours. Okay, got it. All right.
It's my
In-
inheritance.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were mentioning that. Okay. In a perfect world, what were you hoping to walk away with on this?
In a perfect world, we were hoping to walk with 7, but I think I'm being a little unrealistic. I'm not sure.
Hmm. Got it. Okay. How'd you come up with that? Now, I don't know whether it's realistic or unrealistic, to be honest with you. I haven't looked at it much, but I mean, how did you arrive at that?
I get these emails from, oh gosh, I'd have to go back and look at it, from a gentleman through I guess he's through a real estate company,
Mhm.
and he sends me what my estimated property value is, what it is, and he sends it to me about every couple of months, and it's been holding pretty steady above 750.
Hmm.
But then I just checked on Redfin today, and it was nothing near that.
Yeah. Got
It
it.
was more closer to 6. So
Okay. Got it. Yeah, and I'm just pulling up. Yeah, I don't, does it seem like the guy that's sending you those emails is a real estate agent, or is he coming at it from the perspective of like he would buy it at that type of price?
no, he wouldn't buy it. I think he wants to be my real estate agent.
Oh, got it. Okay. Yeah. That's I have a lot of friends that are real estate agents. I love them to death. You know, the biggest challenge I run into, there's a handful that are really, really good and they're straightforward and upfront about it. But I tend to feel like a lot of times, you know, they set expectations high because they really don't have any skin in the game, you know, and once they sign a
Right.
listing agreement,
Well,
it's, you know, other than time,
once they
energy, and
sign
effort.
you, then it's all about their commission as far as I'm concerned.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And then they just figure, well, I'll just let the market negotiate their listing price down. And it's like,
Yeah.
you should have set better expectations on the front end. So,
Exactly.
but
And there was additions done to this house before it was mine
okay.
that were that I don't believe were permitted.
Mm,
So the square footage is inaccurate. It's closer to 1,460 square feet rather than 1,169.
okay, got it.
I don't know how that plays when a potential buyer is trying to get a mortgage. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, so generally speaking, what they'll do is anything that's unpermitted doesn't mean that it doesn't add value, but the lenders are not going to take that into consideration. So they're only going to
Okay.
look at permitted square footage to dictate the value.
Okay.
And then if there's and this is just strictly from a like retail transaction type of scenario, obviously the way we do business, we're just coming in and buying what we think it's worth and versus what we could sell it for after we renovate it and do whatever we're going to do. But they're going to come in and, so let's say you do find somebody on the retail market that's interested, the lender might give them X amount. And then it's up to them to say, okay, well, I'll bring the difference to make up for it if there's a shortfall.
Right.
Yeah. Do you know when those additions were done?
I do. 1993, 92, 93.
Okay. All right. Okay, perfect. Yeah, and it's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes when there's unpermitted work that's done, you have to undo it and start from scratch. Other times, if it's done well, you can hopefully get them to come in and essentially permit it and, get it qualified.
Oh, gotcha.
But
yeah, my grandfather was a general contractor and he had it. He did it, but I don't know why he didn't pull permits.
I mean, I could venture to guess why.
Well, he came from Long Beach, and they do things different in Long Beach.
Yeah, definitely. My guess is he wanted it done and done fast, and God knows California, they don't move fast at anything other than taking your money. So, so yeah, okay, all right. Got it. Yeah, I mean, just, again, and I'm not like doing a deep dive into this. I mean, all three of the websites, that most people look at, like Realtor.com, Redfin, and Zillow, they're all saying substantially lower than what that guy's emails were saying. But that, his emails, like his marketing, he's not doing, I guarantee you he's not doing any type of deep dive on your property. He's just using an algorithm that's just spitting out like an average number of, similar square footage and, that type of stuff. So, okay. Well, before we talk about the inside of the house, I want to talk to you about the outside of the house, starting with, what's the area like? Is it mostly like the homes around you? Are they mostly owner occupants or mostly renters?
No, they're all owners.
Okay, got it. And, all right. Let's see, your house is about 400 feet off. You said it's all fenced in. Do you know what the speed limit is on the main road there? Right out front of you?
45.
45. Okay, got it.
Oh, on the Charlene Road there's no sign posted. It's just a dead end street, so we try to keep it about 15.
Got it. Okay.
But the main highway is 45.
Okay. Road. All right, perfect. All right. So as far as like the structure is concerned, is there anything structurally wrong with the house that you're aware of?
Other than it's old? No.
Okay. All right. And does it have siding or is it stucco?
Neither. It's just all wood.
Oh, okay. Got it. So it's like wood siding?
Yes. This was a barn converted into a house back probably in the 60s.
Oh, okay. Got it. Is it okay?
I
So
think
it's like,
property is a subdivision of the property in front of me.
Yeah, I see the picture. So it's board and bat and it's like vertical wood.
Yes.
Yeah, got it. Okay. Okay. None of that is missing or
No.
has any wood rot or anything. Okay. And any gutters missing?
No. In fact, I'm going to repair one. These were supposed to be the seamless gutters, and something happened to where we had to do it in two pieces. So I just have to put the little brace underneath where it comes together because it started to drip, and I have that already.
Got it. Okay.
But no, the gutters work fine.
All right. Perfect.
And there's gutters on the garage.
Okay. Is the garage is a detached garage? I take it.
Yes.
Okay.
Detached 2-car.
Detached 2-car garage. All right. Is there anything else on the property? Any other structures, other barns, sheds?
Yes. There's 2 permitted buildings. One's approximately 12 by 12, completely remodeled, looks brand new, and the other is not. It's a little bit bigger. Just by looking at it, I'm going to say it's probably a 14 by 12 with a cover over it. It used to be a chicken coop but they did it. It was here when my grandfather bought it, but it is permitted because it was made out of steel. And we just enclosed part of it in, so it's kind of like it looks like a single bay with an office type thing. You can pull a car up underneath it halfway and work on it.
Got it. Okay.
It's his man cave, so.
Got it. Okay. All right. So it's kind of like carport, sort of, not like enclosed storage.
You can't pull the car all the way in because it's only about, I don't know, 12 foot deep, but.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. And it's on concrete.
Okay. Got it. And no pool on the property?
No pool. Okay. There are two carports. One is 4 bay and one is 3 bay.
4 bay, 3 bay. Okay. Perfect.
Ample parking.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Awesome. Okay, great. Well, what I'd like you to do now is walk me through the house. So, we go in through the front door. I know you said it was built somewhere in the 50s and 60s. Does it still look like the 50s or 60s on the inside?
Oh no, I got rid of the paneling and the gold shag carpet. We raised the ceiling.
Nice. Okay. Is it like vaulted ceilings?
It's a vaulted ceiling with a beam going through the center of it. Yes. Same as the kitchen.
Okay.
Recessed lighting in the kitchen.
Okay. Kitchen. All right. What are the floors like?
The living room needs to be replaced, and that's on my next list. I wanted hardwood floors.
Got it. What's there currently?
25-year-old carpet.
Oh, got it. Okay. And is it hardwood underneath it?
Concrete.
Oh, okay. On concrete. What about the rest of the house? What kind of floors you got?
There's new carpet in the master bedroom and hallway. Hardwood flooring in the second bedroom and carpet in the third bedroom. I call it the small room. It's not very big. There's like an 11 by 20 den that has the commercial carpet in it. That probably needs to be replaced also.
Got it. Commercial carpet. Got it. So older carpet in the living room needs to be replaced, newer carpet in the master bed and the hallway, and then one of the small bedrooms, and then one of the bedrooms has hardwood, and then you got the den with the older commercial carpet. So to make it seamless and like all one type of flooring, we basically have to pretty much do it all. I mean, how old is the new carpet?
Just last year.
Oh, okay, got it. All right, so maybe we keep some of that. Okay, here, perfect. All right. What about the kitchen? Is the kitchen original to the build?
No, I had that remodeled in 99.
99, okay.
It's not totally out of date. I do have a new stove. and I do have a new fridge.
Got it. Okay. All right. And when you say remodeled, I always ask this question because you never know. Was it like cabinets completely ripped out and all brand new from the cabinets up, or?
Yeah, all the cabinets are new at the time.
Okay.
Everything except the floor.
Got it. Okay.
And the floor is
Perfect.
a kind of a dark brown, like a Mexican tile. Very thick and very strong.
Okay. Kind of has that, like, it looks like what's kind of looks like a clay pot, right?
No, it's much stronger than that.
Yeah. No, just the color. It kind of has that like Mexican like clay pot
Yeah, but
type
a little
of look.
a little bit darker tones though.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
And I
That's
didn't
the
like it. I
closest
don't
thing I
like
could think
dark
of.
colors. Yeah, I don't like dark colors, but that floor is so strong. I literally tried to start taking it up and I couldn't. So
Nice.
it stayed. It just stayed.
Okay. All right. All right. Perfect. How many bathrooms are there?
Just one.
Just one. Okay. And is that original?
It's been remodeled.
Okay. Do you know when that was?
Everything was done in 98. No, sorry, the first remodel on that one was 92. And then we replaced the tub and the toilet just a couple of years ago.
Okay. Tub and toilet a few years ago.
And flooring.
And flooring. Got it. Okay. All right. So it's a 3-bed, 1 bath, and then you've got the den. All right. And this is all on a slab, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And no like foundation issues, slab issues that you're aware of?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's say you guys won Home Depot or Lowe's sweepstakes and they're like, congratulations, you just won $30,000, $40,000. The only caveat is you have to put it into this house and this house alone. What would you guys be doing?
New roof. Home Depot did the roof in 2003. And my flooring. That's probably all I would do.
Okay. Got it. Okay, perfect. All right. Anything that I haven't asked you that you would want to know, good, bad, indifferent?
Automatic irrigation. It's fenced and cross fenced. It's lots of landscaping, a lot of trees.
Okay.
Established garden, big chicken coop. Yeah. A lot of fruit trees.
Nice. What kind of fruit trees?
Orange. Pretty much everything but avocado.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's easier to put it that way.
Yeah. Exactly. No avocado. All right. Okay. Is there anything that I haven't asked you about that you guys might need help with at the sale?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Well, everything that you've been giving me, I've been putting it straight into our system. That goes back to our underwriters, and they're running a report that's going to tell them basically everything that they need to know about the property. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put you on a brief hold real quick. I'm going to run back to them, see what they've come up with, and I will be right back. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, there's no fancy hold music, so you'll just be sitting in silence, unfortunately, but I'll just call for you once I get back.
No problem.
All right. See ya. Did I hang up?
So this lady had reached out to me to see if we were still interested in selling, and I called her back. I wanted to see what kind of a number they were going to throw at me. So that's what I'm talking to. I got to get an idea. She got me on hold. She's talking to the underwriter. Huh? Well, I was talking on the phone. Oh, that's what he said, what would you, okay, he actually, what's your ideal number to walk with? I said, well, I'd like to get 700. And that's out of the question. No, I'm just going to listen. Property group something. No, he didn't, but he's going to come back with a number.
Three, one. Two acres. Last 12 months. Oof, not a lot to go off of. Oof. That looks cool. What's up, column? Am I a seller? We are wholesaling. We do wholesales and novations. So I'm on the phone with a seller though. Let's see here. See, the problem is with it being a 1-bedroom, that's gonna really, there's not a single comp. Oh, here's one, but it's got a pool, of course. Everything else has 2 baths.
I think something happens to that kid.
How much for that lead? What, you want to buy this
down
lead
here?
from me?
Coming in?
I don't know. This is let's see. This one came from texting.
Oh, good heavens, no. There's 7 years left in the league. 253. Let's keep biting me. Ticky ticky.
All right, Rhonda, you there?
I'm here.
All right, I apologize. I actually don't have good or bad news for you just yet. They had a couple other questions that I apologize for not asking.
Okay.
So let's see. You mentioned the roof. The windows, are the windows original?
No, they've all been replaced.
Okay, all been replaced. Okay. And then has the electrical panel box been upgraded?
The solar did all that, yes.
Okay, perfect. Panel upgraded. Any issues with the plumbing? Is that all original?
The plumbing was updated to PEX a few years ago.
Okay. All right, perfect. And what about the water heater? Do you know how old that is?
That was replaced when I went to PEX, so just a few years ago.
Perfect. Okay. All right, cool. Perfect. Those are the main questions. Just out of curiosity, like what would you guys still need to figure out before you could actually pull the trigger to sell?
How to move all of our stuff that's here. Well,
Got
don't
it.
laugh. We have 7 vehicles to move.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's you guys are gonna need a car carrier just for your vehicles.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, I mean, if the underwriter was to come back with an offer, that made sense for you guys, I mean, how soon would you guys be looking to close?
If it was something that we could live with, we would like to be out of here before winter.
Okay. Got it. Okay. All right. Well, if we can get an offer approved, do you mind if I tell you how the process with us works?
Go ahead.
Okay, so once a home actually gets approved and the offer is accepted, we sign a pretty basic agreement. It's written in third grade English, not to insult anybody's intelligence, but it's just super easy to understand. After that, within 48 to 72 hours, you would get a welcome call from our transaction coordinator where she'll line up for us to get photos of the property. And then we'll open up title and escrow. The title company will make sure there's a clear title for closing. We'll schedule to do a few walkthroughs, and then we head to the closing table and get you guys paid. And it really is that simple.
Okay.
All right. The last thing that they wanted me to ask you is if we could get to a number that made sense for both of us, would you guys be ready to move forward with a purchase agreement today?
Not without discussing it with my husband.
Okay. Yeah, totally. All right. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to put you on another hold. I'm going to run back there real quick and I will be right back.
Okay.
All right. They tried to sell in 2010 and 11, which sounds like 12 years ago, which is when she inherited it. There's like no comps for this. Everything's closer to 2,000 square feet. Hers is basically 1,100 square feet, 1,400 square feet if you include the unpermitted addition. Jim Patrol. Why do I know that guy's name? Yeah, this is probably the closest comp. But it's a 3-bed, 3-bath, 1,400 square feet.
Okay.
There's a 3-1 with a pool. That's not really updated. Nice and clean. Let's see what the lot size is. 0.41 acres, so hers is bigger. I mean, I think the 7, you know, what the guy was telling her is probably more retail, like top end retail for her property.
Oh, pain.
Yeah, I mean, we need to be around 600 for innovation. If it can get 7. What's this $300,000? 0.9 acres. Sold for $300,000. This thing must be a crap hole. No pictures, of course. Yeah, this one with a view. Like not really updated. It's like semi updated, but it's got a fantastic view. What are you confused on, Column? She's on hold and while we're underwriting. So I'm looking at comps right now, just not share my screen. So, and when I say she's on hold, we just mute ourselves. So they think they're on hold while we're comping, but we can always hear what's going on. So you can kind of hear her obviously moving around and doing stuff. A lot of times, you could hear it in the beginning, was she was talking to her husband. Yeah, we're underwriting the property. Got it. Okay. Yeah. So comping is underwriting. So you're taking comparable properties. Comp just means comparable properties, right? So when you're comping a property, you're looking at similar bed bath count, square footage, acreage, similar types of properties to look at what they sold for, so you can try to come up with an estimated value of what this current house, the subject property you're looking at, what that might be worth. All right, so I have some numbers here, so I'm going to pop back on with her and then see what we can come in with. All right, Rhonda, you there?
Yes, sir.
All right, so appreciate your patience. I know that took a little bit longer than they normally do. It's
All
just
right.
there's not a lot of comparable properties to look at out there. So that's what creates the challenge and makes it, take a little, it's not
Yep.
like you're in just like a normal subdivision where, you've got 100 cookie cutter houses to look at. So
Right.
but yeah, I appreciate your patience. I did want to congratulate you. So your property was approved to be purchased. This is actually the first one that they've approved for me all month in Southern California. So let me just explain exactly what they've approved. So the offer was approved to buy the property as is. They approve the closing to be no later than 60 days. We can usually close, a bit faster than that, but no later than 60 days. No commissions are taken out, and all of the closing costs would be covered by us. Okay.
Okay.
Now, contrary to popular belief, we don't have an unlimited amount of funds available. So anytime that they do approve a property to be purchased, they set those funds aside into a separate account within their banking system. It's called a virtual withdrawal account. Do you have that pen and piece of paper? I'm going to give you the virtual withdrawal account number, so you can reference that if you need to reach back out to anybody here.
Okay.
So it's VW, like Volkswagen.
Oh, VW?
Yep.
Okay.
1562. Okay. And the offer that was approved for your property in its current condition, you don't even need to sweep it up. And if there's anything that you guys are just not planning to take with you and you don't want, you can leave that behind and our dumpsters will take care of it, is $576,750.
Okay. I will relay that on to my husband.
Okay.
Okay. That's the only answer I can give you on that.
Okay. All right. Knowing your husband and what you guys have kind of talked about, I mean, like, do you think his head's gonna hit the floor because he's gonna pass out and faint, or like you think we're
He and I both were hoping for more, but we can talk about it.
Okay.
You're the first person I've reached out to, so.
Okay. Yeah, I completely understand. Just for my benefit, how far off were we from where you guys were kind of expecting or wanting?
Not too far. I mean, 25 maybe.
Oh, okay. All right. Got it. So it sounds like you guys were hoping to be right around like 600.
Yeah, that was my realistic plan, to walk with 6.
Okay. All right. You said you do or you don't have any debt on it?
I don't have any debt on it, no.
Okay, got it. And there's no past due taxes or anything like that?
No. There's no liens, no nothing. We have clean title.
Okay, got it. And I know you said you inherited it. There's nobody else in the family that
Just me.
Just
me.
you. Okay. All right.
Just
Got
me.
it. Got it. Okay. All right. Well, is your husband around by any chance?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Cool. When do you think you'll have a chance to chat with him and we can kind of see where
this
we
evening.
can...
Definitely
Okay.
this evening.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Yeah, I have your info.
Great. That sounds great. When would be a good time that we could circle back and see if we can button everything up?
Give me a couple of days. I have a doctor appointment tomorrow, so
Okay.
yeah, give me a couple of days.
Okay. Perfect. Let me just look at my calendar here. So I'm thinking like sometime maybe Wednesday afternoon, like
That would be fine.
similar time.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Let's see here. Yeah. So around like 3:30 Wednesday. Perfect. So I'll put it on the calendar for 3:30 Wednesday. Were there any questions that you had for me about the process or anything else?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, it sounds like it's all pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
We've had so many people. I mean, I've been inundated with texts and emails, people wanting to make me offers on my property, and I had it listed years ago, so I think that's how they get the information. And yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just ignore them. But this lady was
Yeah.
very persistent, so I thought I would reach out to her.
Yeah, Mary's awesome. She does a great job. She's pleasantly persistent and, not rude
Yes,
or
that's a
anything.
very nice way to put it. She's pleasantly persistent.
Yeah, so
She didn't annoy me.
that's perfect. That's perfect. Well, hopefully I didn't annoy you too much.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, cool. Well, great. Well, I'm looking forward to chatting with you on Wednesday. If anything comes up in the meantime, I will be, so tomorrow, my wife and I are actually closing on our own house here in the next couple of weeks, and I have to meet a delivery guy over there for paint materials tomorrow afternoon. So we'll both be out of it. But yeah, if anything comes up tomorrow, I'll be in most of the day tomorrow. And then
Okay.
otherwise, I'll look forward to talking to you Wednesday afternoon. If anything comes up, don't hesitate to reach out. And if you don't get me,
Okay.
you can leave a voicemail and we can kind of go from there.
All right.
All
Sounds
right. Awesome.
Thank
Well,
you
I'm
for
looking
your
forward to
offer.
chatting. Yeah, no worries. Hopefully, we can figure something out and see if we can get this over the finish line for you guys and get you onto that next stage where you guys enjoy Utah more.
Yeah, that would be pleasant. Get out of
Yeah.
here.
Oh yeah. I know my wife and I would like to get back. When we went to Utah, we did, like I said, it was during COVID. It was actually perfect because everything was not super busy, but we did like the
Right.
whole five park trip. We went all the way out to Moab. We did
Moab,
Zion.
you did
Yeah.
Bryce.
Yep. Bryce. What was the other one? We didn't do Escalante. We did
Kobab? What's it called? Kaibab? Never can pronounce those words out there. Kaibab Canyon. I don't know if that's.
I don't think we hit that one. God, what was the other one? Zion, Moab, Bryce.
I know there's more.
Yeah, Utah National Parks. Let's see here. There was Canyonland. Oh, Capitol Reef and Arches. That's what it was. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did you know the arches fell?
They sold?
No, they fell.
Oh, they fell?
Yeah, the arch collapsed.
Really?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Not too long ago.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Well, I'm glad we got to see it before that happened. Man.
Yeah, that was sad. They're blaming it on the change of climate and so forth.
Oh, wow. Man. Well, yeah, I would love to get back out there again. I definitely want to get back out to Zion because I missed getting to the top of
Angel's Landing.
Angel's Landing. Yeah, and the funny thing, I'm sitting there, like they told us on the way up, they're like, oh, you can't go all the way to the top of Angel's Landing. You have to just go to this section or whatever. And I was like, really? I was like, really? Is that really the case? And they're like, well, COVID and the chain link fence and blah, 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 all that jazz.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting up there at the little top section, right where you could start making the ascent to Angel's Landing. And next thing I know, I see these two people coming down and I'm like, I could have gone up there and, the part of me, the daring part of me was like, I'm just going to go up there and just do it. My wife's like, no, don't, we don't get in trouble. I'm like, I should have just went up.
Should have did it.
Yeah.
Coulda.
And I had my DSLR camera with my tripod and everything. I would have got some amazing photos because there's like nobody there during COVID. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's breathtaking. That's for sure.
Yeah. But. All right.
Okay.
Well, it was a pleasure chatting with you, and I'll talk to you on Wednesday.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Not a bad deal. I think that one's a good one. She threw out 7 and, we came in at 576. I think that's a solid number. It doesn't need a ton of work. And I think we could novate this and list it for over 700. I mean, if it's sold at 700, let's say it's sold at 700 and we did 10% for realtor commissions, closing costs, and minor concessions, that would put us at 630. So even at a $600,000 number, we would net 30K, right? So if I can get them locked up at that 576, then that's closer to like a $50,000 spread. And if it goes over 700, I mean, we're thinking it could sell for 720, 730 maybe. Now we're going into the holidays, so we might need to buy ourselves a little bit more time, but that's going to be the thing, right? So if she, like, if they bite at the 576, then let's just go, right? But if they want a little bit more out of the deal, then I'm just going to leverage that to get more time. So let's see. So I'm just looking through here. Yeah. So once again, and this is something I just got to constantly tell myself, I don't do it enough. And, I keep beating myself up over it, is when I'm on the phone with them and they say that there's somebody else involved, I need to, see if they can get their spouse to get on with us right then and have that conversation. Let's see here. So meet in the middle deal. So column. So that would be good if I could gain commitment, but because the husband wasn't there, I wasn't, I didn't have him there, wasn't able to get a firm number from him. Even if I tried to go the route of, hey, what if we could meet in the middle? The problem with that is she would still have the out of, well, I got to talk to my husband, right? So, and I would be showing my hand that we could move, right? I don't want to show my hand too much. I do agree that she's a hot seller lead. There's not a lot of motivation. I mean, there's some motivation, but it's not like real powerful motivation. It's just more of a desire than a true need. So yeah, man. Dude, to get to those, man, like, I've been doing sales for 25 years, so it's not really rocket science. It's following a process, and I have a script and a process that I use to get there, right? So I can gather all that intel and figure it out along the way. But it's really just a volume game, man. The more of these that you're putting out there, the more likelihood you're going to get an accepted offer. And the thing is, like, I don't need to lock up a ton of deals, right? I just need to make, if I can make, 40, 50 grand a month, I'm fine. You should talk with your hands over the phone. Let's see here. So let me update this. And I have a follow-up call that I have to make. Yes, it does make you more engaged in the convo. That's why I stand at my desk. I'll never sit down. I can't remember the last time I sat down at a desk. Because I want to be able to move around. It has more energy. You're higher. I got to change my headset because this battery's about to die. Give me 1 second. All right, can you hear me? So yeah, definitely makes you more engaged. What I want to make sure I'm doing also, and I would encourage this to you as well as you're newer, is try to keep your face, like, I have a problem where I'm like looking down at notes and stuff like that. And the challenge is, what it tends to do is it deepens your voice, right? And so, like, if you're talking in an upward, like looking upward or looking eye level, it's going to keep your voice at like a slightly higher inflection. Which there's just like little psychological differences there with what that is. Working with an agent here in Miami, a real estate agent. Okay, let's see here. So we're gonna go 330. Follow up to close. And let's see here. ARV range 810. 820. Rehab estimate 60 to 80. Offer range 580 to 618. Yeah, this is my company column. Me and my business partner, Christian. Sell it range 720. Innovation. Okay. Offer one was 576, 750. She said they were 110. Now, a couple things I want to point out, and this is not only for you, Colin, but other people that are newer that are watching, right? So like, as I got to there, she could, like, I could have easily just like got off the phone there and said, okay, well, let's talk on Wednesday, right? You know, but I'm trying to pull out of her like information, right? We want to know what the black swan situation is. Is there a black swan? Okay, can you explain what you do, please? I'm still a little bit confused. Okay, yeah, just give me a second. So there could still be a situation that I don't know, right? Like she was super pleasant, she was really nice to talk to, and very easily could have just got off the phone and had no clue whether like, did she really want 700 or was that just a number that came out of nowhere, right? So it's like, hey, so I mean, just knowing your husband, I mean, is he gonna, you know, smack his head on the way down, like from passing out because of our offer, or are we close? Like, oh, we're not too far apart. Oh, okay. Like, I mean, how far apart do you think we are? Like, oh, like 25. Bing, bing, bing. That's like right in the middle of our offer range. Our offer range was going to be 580 to 620, basically. So smack dab in the middle was 600. And that's why I came in a little bit lower than our number, because I felt like, you know, we had a little bit of room to go, and I thought that we were going to be able to get something locked up here. So, and I think we still can. So we'll see what happens. So I got this call with her. Let me put it on my calendar for, let's see here. All right, so Colin, what we do if this is your first time watching, so this is Real Estate Investing Made Easy. So what we do is we're basically a sales and marketing company, right? So what we do is we market to sellers that are off market. They have not listed their property. They're not working with an agent, and we're really good at generating leads. So we generate leads for properties that fit a specific criteria of what we're looking for, where we know we can take them and sell them to make money, right? So we'll market for those specific types of leads through a whole host of different methods, right? Could be cold calling, could be text messaging. As a matter of fact, this one came from a text message, and she's been in our CRM since, check this out, this is why I know the fortunes in the follow-up. This lead was created on October 12th, 2022 at 7:25 a.m. Right? So yeah, so she's been in our pipeline, and she's been getting all these automated text messages forever. And let's see, she said she had a firm price back in December of 2023, firm price of 639. Now she's telling me she'd take 600, right? Time changes circumstance, right? Allow time to change their circumstance, allow time to change their offer. Heck, we could make an offer to them and they could say no, but I'm going to keep them in a follow-up sequence, right? So ultimately what we do is we market to sellers that don't have their properties listed on market, and then we go directly to them and we try to buy their house. So we negotiate with them. Now, am I the end buyer? Oftentimes I'm not, right? I'm not necessarily going to buy their house to rent it. I'm not necessarily going to buy their house to fix it and flip it. I may, but our primary business model is cash wholesaling or novations. So I'm guessing, Colin, you probably don't know the difference between a cash wholesale deal and a novation. So I'll just explain it to you. A cash wholesale deal is generally where you come in with an offer. It's going to be low. I wouldn't say it's a low ball offer. I would say it's a fair offer considering the condition of the property and what needs to be done to make it sellable. But you come in at a cash number, right? You then take that contract. So if we get in contract with somebody, let's say we offered her $400,000 and she said yes. Let's say it was a complete fixer, right? $400,000. We would lock up the contract. And then what I would do is I would sell my place in the contract, right? So the contract is between us and the seller. I can assign my contract to somebody else, meaning I can replace myself in the contract as the buyer with a different buyer with just a simple assignment agreement, right? And so what I'm doing is I'm marking up my purchase price. So I take $400,000. I say, okay, I want to assign this to somebody for $450,000. So now I market to buyers who do fix and flips, right? Guys that are going to renovate it and put it back on the market. And I say, hey, I've got this great deal, right? I'm selling it for $450,000. They look at it, they say, okay, I can make $800,000 after I put $100,000 into this, so they're going to buy it from me for $450,000. They're going to put $100,000 worth of work into it, $550,000. They're probably going to pay $35,000 in holding costs, right? So now they're at $585,000 and they could sell it for $800,000. They're going to pay realtor commissions, closing costs. So maybe they net $720,000. So they're going to make $135,000 on that deal. So they say, absolutely, that's a great deal. I'll take that for $450,000. So what I'm doing now is I'm assigning my rights in this purchase agreement to that buyer for $450,000. So now when we go to the closing table, what happens is the title and escrow company is they're going to look at all the documentation. They're going to say, okay, perfect. Buyer flipper over here, he's paying $450,000. Of that $450,000, $50,000 is going to go to Chris. $400,000 is going to go to the seller. I'm out of the deal. I get my $50,000. I walk away. Seller gets her $400,000. She walks away. Buyer gets the house at $450,000. Now, what gets recorded in the county recorder's office for what the property sold for is $400,000 because they look at the original purchase price, right? The assignment fee does not get recorded. Why is that important? Well, it's important in relation to a novation. Now, what I can't do with a cash contract is I cannot assign a cash purchase agreement to a buyer that is going to bring a conventional loan, FHA, VA, conventional financing, whatever it is, right? Yes, there is a deadline, and that's the terms of the contract. So when I said 60 days, we'll close in 60 days, I'm trying to find a buyer within 60 days. Now, what I can't do is I cannot sell my position in a cash contract to somebody who is bringing in a conventional loan, FHA loan, or VA loan, because those loans have contingencies, and those contingencies contradict the terms of a cash purchase agreement. So the way around that is you do what's called a novation. So a novation gives you all the benefits of a cash purchase agreement, right? So what is included in a novation agreement? We have a cash purchase agreement. Same thing as when I'm doing a normal cash wholesale deal, right? Cash purchase agreement. I also get an attorney in fact signed. This gives me the ability to sign listing documents and buyer's offers. And then I also get a novation and indemnification agreement signed as well. Those three things together now gives me the ability to, I can either A, simply assign the cash purchase agreement to that buyer the same way with a normal cash wholesale, or I can list the property, I can market it to everybody under the sun. I could get a retail end buyer who's coming with a conventional loan or an FHA or VA loan, and I can novate that property to them. Now, what is the difference? Novate, the word novate just simply means to replace one contract with a new contract. So what happens in a novation is I have that cash purchase agreement for $400,000, And let's say I find a buyer that's willing to buy it at $500,000 with a loan. I get into contract with them, and then the novation and indemnification agreement is just a set of instructions to escrow stating that in the event that a buyer is bringing a loan, conventional FHA or VA, then at the closing table, what you're going to do is you're going to cancel this cash purchase agreement. You're going to replace it with a purchase agreement with that buyer. So it goes directly from seller to buyer for $500,000, and the terms of the novation and indemnification agreement state that the seller is entitled to that net number of $400,000, and we are entitled to the difference. And from that difference, that $100,000, we would then pay for any realtor commissions, any seller closing costs, any concessions, any repairs that are needed, any of those things. And so that gives us the ability to effectively wholesale a deal to a retail end buyer with a loan and make a lot more money potentially. And so, yeah, we do a lot of those. So, you know, for you, Colin, if you're just getting into cash wholesaling, and you're doing these cash wholesale deals and you find that you're having trouble moving these deals, a lot of times we can convert those dead cash deals into novation deals that will actually make you money. So hopefully that was valuable. I am now going to call this other seller who I made an offer to last week and see if I can get him locked up here. But let me just make sure I want to make sure I have the contract drafted up before I call him. Okay. Yeah, Miami's a great market. I have a buddy that works in Miami. You want to generate leads for us? So getting your realtor seller leads. So, I mean, it's effectively the same thing. You're marketing to off-market properties, but I mean, off-market sellers. I mean, you could do expired listings, you could do listing withdrawals, you could do all types of stuff, or you could just go direct to off-market sellers. But it's just a different type of beast. Going directly off-market, you got to churn through a lot more data to get, to get the right kind of deals. And I'm not a licensed agent, so I can't speak fully to the details of finding agent leads. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. All right, looks like we got a bunch of people watching right now. If you guys are just joining, just got off of that seller call and about to jump on another one. That one was actually a pretty good call. She's looking for more listings. Yeah, it's, honestly, I mean, it's the same thing, right? You're just looking for sellers that own properties that fit the criteria. So I would just say, you should be looking for properties that fit the specific criteria that she's looking for. So if she knows, the more she can identify, like, what are the properties that she's really good at listing and selling, right? So whatever she is good at selling, Sorry, I'm trying to draft this contract at the same time. Yeah, I would say what she should do is figure out, okay, what am I really good at selling? Am I really good at selling, luxury beachfront properties, or am I really good at selling, standard run of the mill, just below medium price point homes? Because it's different, right? And so, I mean, now again, she could also be trying to break into a different level of market, which, then just changes your strategy. So it depends. But like, does she have an avatar of the types of properties that she's really good at, and she wants to simply focus on that? Oops, see, this is what I get for trying to do two things at once. Okay. Don't multitask, guys. Multitasking is not a thing. It doesn't work. Everybody says, oh, I'm really good at multitasking. No, you're not really good at multitasking. You're good at not doing one thing as proficient as you could be doing it. It's a proven fact that multitasking reduces productivity. 300 to 1 mil. Last was 855. Okay, so in that scenario, then what I would say is you should be pulling lists, and you can use software like Property Radar or Deal Machine or PropStream, things like that. I would be searching in her markets, like the specific zip codes, and she can get super granular. She's like, I want to break into this neighborhood. It's super exclusive. They're all $1 million homes, super exclusive, and I just haven't found a way to break into that neighborhood. She can literally just map out that neighborhood, pull a list of all those homeowners, and market directly to those sellers, right? But let's just say she wants everybody in Miami, 300 to $1 million price point. That's going to be, my guess is that's going to be a pretty large list, and she might want to narrow that down. It might be expensive to pull that list. Sorry, give me a second. Let me just make sure I get this. Okay, so we're gonna go $340,000. $339,900. But yeah, so she could pull all of those. It's going to be a big list, but whatever the size of the list is, let's just say she's got the money to do it. She wants to do that size list. You pull that list, you either text them or you cold call them or you do direct mail pieces. Direct mail is supposed to work pretty good for agents, when you do it consistently over a extended period of time, over and over and over again. So that's something that she should absolutely consider. Cold calling, I'm not 100%. And again, she's going to have to look into the regulations for what she can and can't do, because it's different. I can do a lot because I'm not subject to, terms and conditions of an employment agreement with the NAR or her brokerage or anything like that. So there's just a lot more that I can do that agents might have some certain restrictions on. Sorry, let me just finish this this contract purchase agreement real quick, because I want to make sure I get this right. Don't want to botch it. But I want to have this ready so that way when I'm on the call, it's just a matter of click, click, boom, fire it off to them. And Now, if what I think is going to happen on this call, which is that we're going to lock this contract up, then you guys are going to get to hear me go through and do a contract review, which is really special because this is where you lay the groundwork on a lot of things that might not necessarily be said on the front end when you're in the negotiation phase. That is, it just frames, kind of what's happening in a slightly different way. And you're objection blocking. So let's see here. All right. Yeah, so the other software is Deal Machine. Let's see, I'm gonna see if Christian can pop in the chat. All right, let me call this guy here now, and then I'll answer more of your questions after this because I want to try to lock this up. And I was supposed to call him an hour ago. Let's see here. Yeah, somewhere around an hour ago. So let me give him a shout. Oh, you know what? I need a business calculator. Count days from today to $175 days. Count only work days. So 117 days. So yeah, okay. So the reason I do that is because our contracts state business days. So I just want to know kind of what my threshold is. So I could do a 117-day contract, but because it's business days, it pushes it out to basically 175 days with all the holidays and everything. All right, let's put this as okay.
Hey, what's up, Chris?
Hey, what's up, Chad? How are you?
Doing all right, man. Just getting beat up by my son. What are you doing?
Nice, nice. I was just on a call that ended up running a bit longer than anticipated. So
Yeah, I was wondering if I was gonna hear from you or not.
yeah. So apologize about the delay. What's
Yeah,
up?
no worries.
You guys just wrestling around or what's
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do laundry and fold with my wife, and he's over here knocking it over. Being a little asshole, so.
Nice. My daughter does
Yeah.
the same thing. My wife will be folding laundry and then she'll just come and she'll like grab stuff out and throw it on the floor. And,
Yeah, they have no respect. None.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah, it's all
Oh
good.
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
what's up, man?
So yeah, I got some good news for you. I was
okay.
able to work with the team and basically, going back to your timeline, right? It sounds like you're not like, as far as like timeline, like if we could get everything done for you by the end of Q1, like you're good with that, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, that'd be perfect. I mean, we need some time.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was getting from the conversation. It was less about the time and more about getting the set number.
Yeah.
So with that being said, and that, that gives you guys the great thing about that is you don't have to deal with any of the hoopla through the holiday season. You can just,
Right, right.
kick back and relax through the
Enjoy
holiday
it.
season.
Yeah,
Exactly. And, showings, all, any of that stuff, right?
yeah.
We can then just, start off the new year and really push it out. Like what we'll do is like we have a handful of like bigger investors that we work with, pretty frequently that will just, kind of send it out to them initially. But we
Mm,
won't do like, we would just wait until after the holidays to really start doing the heavy marketing. Um,
yeah.
to our bigger buyers list. And then if we get somebody, then we'll keep them, we'll let them know like, hey, need a little bit of flexibility on time. I mean, if one of them says, no, I really, really need to close in a certain timeline, we'd of course reach out to you and then kind of, you know, talk to you and see. You guys would obviously have the final say on like whether you want to move
Right.
sooner. But basically, all that being said, if we can get that time, through Q1, then they're willing to come all the way up to that $340,000 number that you guys were looking for. If we can get this done for you today.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
All right.
Yeah. Sounds good, man. So
Awesome.
what does next steps look like? I'm definitely gonna want to just, talk to my wife, talk it over with her. I mean, obviously she's aware of everything, but just to really, sit down, and I guess if you've got paperwork or something you're gonna be sending me, I guess that'd be good to start reviewing as well.
Yeah, perfect. So typically what we
Yeah.
do is we would just get you out the agreement in your guys' email. I would review that with you guys. We'll just go over, kind of summary line by line. So you guys know exactly what's going on, set the right expectations. Any questions that you guys have about, any of the paperwork, we'd get that all answered for you right then and there on the phone. And then, once everything is good, we decide, we're moving forward with this. You guys sign that. Within 48 to 72 hours, you would get a welcome call from our transaction coordinator. And what she'll
Mhm.
do is she'll kind of go over next steps. She'll schedule time for us to get a photographer out there so we can get, photos of the property, see exactly what we're dealing with. We'll get one of our reps that's local to the area to come out. And then, we'll go through the process of like opening up title and escrow and everything. This will be a little bit more of a protracted scenario than most. Like normally we're doing like 60 days.
Right,
So
right.
things are
So it's like
happening
bam, bam,
pretty.
bam, bam, bam. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But, here in this situation, we'd probably take, but we'd still have that initial call within the first 3 days. Just that way we're making that contact, setting the expectations. We can start the ball rolling. But we'll get title and escrow opened up so that way they can, make sure there's a clear title for closing. They'll need to get some documentation from you to be able to order payoffs for, any of the outstanding debt that you
Totally.
have, all that
Yeah.
stuff. And then we would just stay in contact with you as we, kind of get through the holidays and then really start the ball rolling. And then, like I said, while we're doing, kind of like preliminary marketing to some of our bigger buyers, then, we might reach out to you and let you know, like, hey, we actually got somebody that's like good to go. And then we can figure out what your guys' timeline, really needs to be at that point. You know what I mean?
Yep, yep.
So,
Cool,
um,
Chris. Well, I like the good news, man. I'll be talking to my wife, and we've been looking at houses and stuff, so just want
nice.
to run this by her. Yeah, and do you need my email?
Yeah. So, and your wife's name was Amanda, right?
Yep,
Okay. Amanda McDonald, right?
mainly.
Oh, okay. Oh, it looks like when we pulled the tax record, it looks like it's still showing up as McDonald.
Oh, weird. We were married when we bought this house.
Really? That's weird. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
We got married in end of 2017, beginning of 2018.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
I'll make sure everything is written up that way. Just because it is showing, at least on it's not always accurate, but because it is showing up that way, if that is still showing up that way, actually like in the recorder's office, then they might need like a marriage certificate or a name change documentation or something like that. Super easy. So not a real big deal. But yeah, what is your email address?
ChadM87@gmail.com.
Perfect. And Amanda's email address?
AMMANLEY89@gmail.com.
Okay, let's see this. Let's see here. All right, let me just fix this here. Did you guys do anything exciting over the weekend?
Cleaned around the house. Our nannies quit at the end of the last week, so we're like kind of just bracing for our son being home with us all day.
Was that kind of like a shock or
Yeah, she's like, oh, by the way, I'm pregnant and I'm quitting. We're like, why would you quit if you just got pregnant? Wouldn't you want to work until you couldn't? But
yeah, right.
Yeah,
I know some girls that are still doing like CrossFit hardcore, like all the way through their third trimester. Like, come on, get after it, girl. What are you doing?
Right. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure she will too. But I don't know.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Are you guys looking for another one?
No, at this point we're just gonna try to get them to like a preschool program. So we in our township there's like a early childhood development type deal. So
nice.
Unfortunately it's not really what we wanted, but it is what it is. It's kind of the stopgap for now. And then come next year we'll, hopefully be in a better place.
Yeah, that'll be cool, man. And hopefully get into that because you guys are mainly looking for like the better school district, right? Carmel.
Yeah. Carmel, Fishers,
nice.
Geist, something like that.
Oh, okay. All right. Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's see here. So 1 second. And then do you have your email open right now?
No, I'm sitting here in the living room with my family.
Got it. Okay. Let's see. When sounds like you guys are probably a little busy right now to go over the docs. When would be a better time to connect with you guys to go over it together?
It would have to be tomorrow. But I'm trying to think of a time when we'd be able to talk to you without him in the background.
Yeah, it'd only take like.
It would have to be like after 9 o'clock or something.
9 o'clock at night.
That'd be like 6. Yeah, that'd be 6 your time if you're out in Cali, right?
Yeah, I'm in Cali. Yep. Yeah, I could work that out. Tomorrow. Let me see here.
Or Wednesday. Whatever works.
Wednesday would probably be better. I actually have to meet delivery people at our new house to get paint. Yeah, we're closing in a couple weeks on a house, and my buddy's gonna paint it, so they're delivering all the paint materials to the house. Yeah, so let me see here. So so I could do Wednesday. So you said like 9 p.m. your time?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, sounds good. So I'll put it on the calendar. I'll let my wife know I'm going to be late, and then I'll just I'll have that conversation with you guys. We'll go through everything line by line, answer any questions, and then we'll go from there. Other than that, that's pretty much it, man. Any other questions for me at this point?
No, Chris. Thanks for working with us, and looking forward to this. And I'll be talking to my wife. We'll be looking forward to reviewing it with you on Wednesday.
Awesome. Sounds good, man. I'm looking forward to it. Have a great rest of your night.
All right. Thanks. You too. Bye.
All right. See ya. Boom. Let's go. All right. So, so this one is This one's actually, so here's the deal, right? So normally I would never do a contract this long. So, but we talked to our agent, you know, she's like, you really need to be like, if you want to sell it right now, you really need to be at like 315. So 315, because it's probably going to sell for like 375 to 385. So 375 times 0.9 is 337 minus like 315 would be like a $22,000 deal, right? Which is not bad, right? Like I'd be fine with that. The problem is he wanted 340. So originally what I did was I offered 315 and then I said, look, you're looking to pay down the solar lien, which is like 40 grand. What I'll do is if I can get somebody to assume any of the solar lien, then we'll credit you that difference, right? So if they assume 20 grand of it, then we'll credit you 20 grand. So now there's an upside for him, right? But he's like, really, really just need to be a 340. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the 340, but the problem is if we try to sell this thing now before the end of the year, if it only sells for, let's say it sells for 380 times 0.92 minus 340, that's like 9,600 bucks, 5 grand, 5 to 10 grand at best, right? And that's kind of a risky proposition going through the holidays and everything. And now he's like looking to buy a home. There's a lot of things that could go wrong. But, when I talked to my agent, who's a stud, she's like, dude, if we could push this to the spring, like property could be sold in a week and it could move over 400 because interest rates are going to be lower, fingers crossed Trump's going to be in office and that's going to help, a little bit as well. So she's like, if you can get this thing through, through then that'd be great, but you're probably going to have a hard time getting him to commit to, a 6-month, agreement. I'm like, well, I'm not going to position it as a 6-month agreement. So, and Colin, if you're still watching, like, it's never about what you say. It's always about how you say it, right? So how you say it makes all the difference. Now, I could have been like, all right, so they approved the closing. They approved this to be 175 business days, right? Which is going to sound like a freaking eternity. Or I could have been like, yeah, they approved this if you could do 6 months, right? I came in, I was like, yeah, so, like as we were talking, like your timeline was, pretty flexible. Like, I mean, if we could get this thing all done, Q1, right? Which Q1, what's Q1, right? People don't think about like how big it is, right? They're not like, oh, 3 months. That's the end of March. It's October 7th, right? Like that's a long time from now, right? That you're going to sell my house by then. Like that's forever. They don't think like that, right? So you just say like, oh yeah, if we get this done before the end of Q1, like that'd be totally fine for you, right? Oh yeah, that'd be perfect. I mean, we need time. Perfect, man. Well, great news. I got this approved for you at the 340 through the end of Q1. All good to go. And if we can get it done sooner, we'll reach out to you. We'll connect with you. Obviously, we'll give you the choice. If you want to decide to move it sooner, that's fine. But yeah, no later than the end of Q1, right? So we're good to go. So it's all about the framing, how you're positioning it. You want to make something that seemingly could be a big deal. You want to figure out how can you rephrase that statement or whatever that ask is in a way that makes it seem like not a big deal whatsoever, right? So like, yeah, Q1, right? And then you repackage that and reframe it with, yeah, and then that way it gives you, the time to go through the holiday season without having to like hurry and scurry around, packing up and moving and doing showings and like all this stuff, right? Super easy peasy, man. Like, cake work, right? Like we could do this. So hopefully you got value out of that. I will record that call. I don't know if I'm going to go live at 6 p.m. for that call, but I'll definitely record that and get that posted so you guys can see that call as I go through that contract with them and review all the terms and everything. So let's see, it's 5:15 here. All right, I think I'm going to wrap up for the day. I've got, let's see here. Perfect. Yeah, so I got a few other things that I'm working on right now, but that's good for the day. So I'm going to wrap up. Appreciate you guys staying tuned. Column, thanks for all the questions and jumping in with, getting involved here. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that. Let me just double check, make sure this. So since Christian didn't pop on here, what were the other softwares? So you could use Deal Machine is really good. PropStream, Batch Leads, Property Radar. Any of those tools can be used to pull data, and you can cultivate the specific data sets that you're looking for. So you could say, I want properties that are valued between $300 and $1 million in these zip codes. You could even like map out the area and like kind of draw a line. You could say, I want sellers who have lived in their house for 10 years or more, and they occupy it. You could say, I only want absentee owners, right? So that would be rentals. You could say, like, let's say you wanted to find landlords that own 5 or more properties. You could say, I want absentee owners between $300 and $1 million that have owned their homes for 10 years or longer, that own 5 or more properties. You could also exclude LLCs and trusts because those are harder to get a hold of. I mean, you can obviously send them direct mail to the owner occupant or to the owner's address on file. But as far as like trying to connect with them, trying to connect with trusts and entities is a little bit harder if you're trying to cold call and text them. So you can exclude those. So there's a lot of different filters that you can put on to pull your lists and make sure that you're getting all the data that you need. But yeah, man, hit us up if you have any questions or you need help with anything, man. We're happy to help out any way we can. And yeah, so Wednesday looks like I'm going to be locking up 2 deals on Wednesday. I'll be good to go. So appreciate you guys, and stay tuned for more of these live seller calls. Hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and subscribe to the channel where we make real estate investing easy. Peace. See you guys.